Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about right now is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent pictures, videos, and emails. And if you would like to do so, my email's in the description box below. So this first email comes in with a picture from a community member, and she said, I went to Walmart early this morning to grab some preps. This is what the water section looked like. It's completely empty, with the exception of, what is that, Gatorade and Kool-Aid? Ugh. So this was sent in by a community member, and I don't know if you guys heard about this. Look who weaseled his way into Bragg's, that's with 2 G's, ACV. Consider another brand when making anything that has to do with apple cider vinegar for a cold season, if you want to stay away from uphill. Yeah. So this email comes in from a community member, and she sent a picture in. And she said, it's time to tell everyone again to stay safe, head on a swivel. Here are the crime rates near where I live. It's surprising how high crime has risen. Stay safe, everyone. And this is the picture that she sent in. It says, according to the latest crime rate stat from DC Police, violent crime is up 39% from this time last year. Overall crime is up 27%. Jeez. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for anyone who is interested in getting your ham radio course license, okay? This was sent in by a community member, and it's called contact@hamradioprep.com. All right, and I will leave that link in the description box below for everyone. All right. So here's an email from a community member, and she said, I ordered some things from Walmart and was told that it would be delivered today. However, when I checked the delivery, it says future delivery requested, even though it shows to be on the truck for delivery this morning. This has been happening over the past few weeks. My husband's truck needs parts replaced. We ordered online, cheaper than ordering from local parts store. And several of the orders either delivered later than expected or not even shipped yet. After 1 month from ordering, no refund options, of course. I'm wondering if you've heard of anything about shipping taking longer than it should. I've had a neighbor issues and haven't kept up with as much as I should with what's going on, and figured anyone knew it was you. I do know that the canal, because of the drought. The last time I talked about that was months ago, though. Yeah, it was the Panama Canal, where fresh water serves as a lifeblood for lock-driven operations, and the lack of abundant rainfall is leading to lower water levels and putting the squeeze on critical international shipping, and canal authorities have imposed restrictions on vessel weights and daily traffic. And then also I found this, container shipping delays in 2023 and beyond. With over 5,000 ships transporting more than 34 million containers, the odds of delays are high. Looking ahead in the second half of 2023 and then also in 2024, shipping container delays are expected to increase due to growing demand. So I'm guessing, if you ordered your car parts, from online and stuff like that, and they say, yeah, they're coming from here in the States, but they're probably being shipped from another country, then here to the States, to a company, and then to you. So that would be my guess. Because I know the one place online that Sean and I used to order a lot of our stuff from for our cars was called Rock Auto. So have you tried them? Try rockauto.com and see if you have any better chances with them. That's the only thing I can possibly think of. All right. So this YouTube video that I'm going to put a link to in the description box below was sent in by a community member. She said, "This is interesting. Please share this with the community. It's about serious scams that are going on right now." All right. And here's also another video that I'll leave a link for you in the description box below, sent in by a community member. She said, "Here's an ingenious idea from a fellow woman prepper. She's in her 70s, but she's one inventive, positive-minded budgeter prepper. Maybe you could show her idea. I might give her channel. Oh, it might give her channel a shout out, and it might be useful to anyone living near saltwater source." Awesome. Okay. And this channel, her name is Rhonda Stone. Okay, so I will leave that link in the description box below for you guys, all right? So here's an email from my best friend in the UK. She said that she's been really busy because, you know, she's an artist, so she's got another exhibition coming up. And she said, on Friday I had an electrician visit me to do a safety check on the electrical plug sockets and the main fuse board, and my landlord is my local council authority as I rent my property for them, and every so many years they do an electrical check. She said this chap was very chatty, and wow, what a conversation he had as he was working. He mentioned that he was going to be seeing his friend later that evening, and this friend has just come up from America. He travels globally for work apparently, and this electrician mentioned that neither he nor his friend took the ticket. So he wasn't able to travel to America until now, as the ticket has been a condition of entry to the country. So we started talking about what we've heard about effects and you know, appearing in people and stuff like that, and he then told me he's heard there's going to be another lockdown. Fantastic. And now the ticket will be forced and they'll drag you out of your home. And a lot of the migrants will be involved in doing this. Oh, flip, frag, flah. Unfortunately, he didn't tell me where he got any of this info from, and I forgot to ask, as we were trying to talk about so much in a very short space of time and asking each other, have you heard about this, and do you know about this, etc. I have seen and heard rumblings of this on YouTube over the past couple of months myself. When the last lockdown ended, I said to myself, we have not heard of the last of these. However, having said that, I think trying it on again will result in pushback and mass disobedience from the population. Oh, you're not kidding. The only way they will be successful is to unleash another. Right. I sent you an article a while back about that disease. Yeah, right. And, well, guess what? I've seen more so-called news articles about it coming, so make of that what you will. As far as I'm concerned, they're telling us what's coming, but wording it only as a possible threat. Fuckers. The electrician then said to me that Mr. 19 didn't kill off enough of the population. And I told him he was spot on, which he is. Then I said to him, there's supposed to be 7-point-something billion people on this earth. Now maybe that's far too many people. And maybe it isn't. However, no human being on this earth has the right to decide how many people on earth is too many, and certainly no human has the right to decide to start, you know, doing anything about the population. No, I absolutely agree with you 100%. I mean, who the hell are they? You know what I mean? So she said, and that's all I'm going to say about that, about my conversation with the electrician for now. The next thing I want to tell you is about my favorite supermarket, the Co-op. Well, the one down by me anyway. She said, I walk down there every 3 days for milk because I drink so much coffee. I know. She said, and I really go through milk like you wouldn't believe. Stormy, what? She said, while I'm down there, I usually don't do that to the microphone, Stormy. While I'm down there, I usually walk around different areas of the shop and take notice of what is going on with regard to empty fridges and freezers and stock on the shelves and price changes, etc. Over the past 4 to 5 months, several meat fridges have been completely empty and are still So they have reverted to filling up the fridges with bottles of sauce and pasta and rice, as well as multi-packs of beer, lager, and fizzy drinks, plus bottles of wine. Why the hell would you put pasta in a fridge? That makes no flip-flopping sense. She said the other fridges contain fresh meat, fish, and poultry always look sparse. Other supermarkets I've been to just aren't like this at all. A couple of weeks ago, I went down there and saw that the freezers have been rearranged as they are no longer stocked with all the items that they used to. The frozen veg freezers have reduced down to one freezer now, and when I was there, it was practically empty anyways. Frozen meat, chicken, and fish are now non-existent in that shop too. Wow. Half of one of the fridges has been taken over by this plant-based garbage, and I couldn't believe it when I saw what it was supposed to be, a packet of bacon rashers. Stormy, not today, Stormy. Stormy. Okay. She said this shite looks nothing like bacon, and it looks absolutely gross. However, would you stop moving my computer? On the flip side, over the past 2 months, I have noticed the prices of some things coming down, including items that I normally buy, so price reductions are always good. Well, heck yeah. She said, last but not least, this little gem. Stormy, get your religion out of my face. Some time back, I emailed you about the cost of my art materials, right, increasing. And this must be the same for other crafts and people who make things like knitting and sewing, etc. Derwent is a British manufacturer of varied range of pencils, and in recent years they have introduced many other products such as like sketch pads and sketchbooks, erasers and sharpeners, just to name a few. In the last 3 to 4 years, they launched a sketch pad called Light Fast Paper to complement their Light Fast colored pencil range. Basically, this is a hot pressed watercolor paper, and it goes without saying that this paper has always been expensive, but the prices being charged now are absolutely ridiculous. I snapped up a 12 by 16 inch pad when it was on offer some months after its release, but I haven't used it until now. This is the biggest size you can get of that paper. When I tell you this is beautiful paper and one of the best I've ever used, I'm not kidding. So a little while ago, I decided to try to get another one of these pads in the same size to have on standby. Due to the cost, I can't use it as my go-to paper. So I decided to check Amazon and some other UK art stores. Amazon wanted £70 and Derwent wanted 77, but now Derwent have it for a staggering £100 for paper. What? So out of curiosity, I decided to check out how much this pad costs in the US. As it's imported product, I was expecting it to cost considerably more than here in the UK. I managed to get onto Blick's website, never heard of that, which is US chain of art stores. Imagine my disgust when I saw it for $67 US, which is considerably cheaper than over here. And this is the country it's manufactured in, but they're not called Rip Off Britain for nothing, you know. So that's it for me for now, and I will email you some more so-called news articles next time. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. I always love hearing from you. So I hope you're ready to get inspired, because this community member has sent me some really beautiful pictures. She said, I thought I'd send you my Sunday project I had done with putting up some dehydrated tomatoes and onions and bell peppers. Put up 4 pounds of penne pasta too. I did about 30 pounds in the past. Still got red Thai rice to put up in a 25-pound bag and 25 pounds of pinto beans too. I'm getting it done. Stay motivated. Don't get frustrated. Please pray for Israel. As always, my love. Also, I have a question for you. I want to know how to make sun-dried tomatoes. Do you have a recipe for that, please? If you could email me. Thank you. Here's the pictures. And before I go, here's an email from a community member, and she said, is hyperinflation here? I think so. I mean, I don't think they're going to call it exactly what it is, but I think we're teetering, you know what I mean? Because we are going through what some people are calling a silent depression right now. So, because when she asked me that, she said that depends on the two ways you can look at it. One way is how people see their money. All right. In other words, how fast they run to the store to spend it before the prices rise higher. Right. And she said, as I was thinking about this while watching a YouTube show, I started thinking about statements my employees have said. Things like, my check's already gone. I have to get groceries. Under this definition, I think that these types of comments were already there. Right. Like I said, I think that we're teetering. I really do. And it's because of the constant print of money, and because the wages are not keeping up with the cost of living. And, you know, I said this 3 years ago. Welcome to Venezuela. You know, I don't think that it will get as bad as Venezuela. Don't quote me on that, but I mean, maybe it's because I don't want to see it getting as bad as Venezuela, you know. But you know, like how that one woman that I know that lives in Venezuela, and she's a school teacher, and how much does she make every single month? $3 a month. Okay, so you know, that to me is hyperinflation. What do our teachers make? Okay, now what is the cost of living in Venezuela? How much does it cost to buy a house right now in Venezuela? You know, these are the types of things. You know, I'm going to do this research, and I'm going to compare the two, because right now, did you know that Florida actually beat out New York for the number 2 spot for the most expensive place in the United States to live, because California is number 1 and Florida is number 2. Yeah. So, you know, and like I've said in the past, I've had family members come down here for a visit, and they said that they spent $200 on a week's worth of groceries just when they were down here for vacation, and they spend that up north in New Jersey for an entire month of groceries. So do you see what I'm saying? And I've told you before how much I spend in groceries, and everybody was like shocked, like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not. Try feeding 8 mouths. Okay, it's virtually impossible to stay under $1,000 a month. It's absolutely impossible. Okay, so, you know, is hyperinflation here? We're teetering, I believe. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to do the research, and I'm going to do comparables, and I'll get back to you with it. To use guys with that information, because I'm going to compare, like, how much does it cost to buy a house in Venezuela? How much does it cost for groceries in Venezuela? What is the national average for, you know, car payment, car insurance, electric bill, water bill, this, that, and the other. I'm going to go the full 9, okay? Because I want to completely compare, like, how much does it cost to run my house? My house, it takes $1,500 to run this house, and that includes my mortgage and my property taxes and my homeowner's insurance. Okay, now that does not include, like, my car insurance and whatnot, but that's not a part of my home. I'm talking electric, water, cable, or whatever the case may be. Okay, that type of thing. So I'll do the comparables, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.